Welcome to the We Are More podcast. My name is Alyssa.
And my name's Bree. We're two sisters passionate about all things faith and feminism.
We believe that Jesus trusted, respected, and encouraged women to teach and preach his word. And apparently that's controversial.
Get comfy.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Wow. That'll make them cheery.
Yeah, this is the second time we're recording this part because the computer's been an absolute butt wipe.
And happy Thanksgiving to you.
Aren't you so thankful for technology? Yep, hooray.
We usually record on Bree's desktop, but it just doesn't have the memory capabilities.
Which, I don't know why. That thing should be a beast, right?
You'd think, but Apple likes to destroy everything you've ever loved.
And also, I think it's so young, but it's not. I got it in
2020. So we are now recording on my laptop.
Yeah.
So hopefully this will be a little bit better.
Huzzah.
Huzzah.
And hooray.
Now you guys are hearing this the day before Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say that I'm very proud of the fact that somehow our schedule managed to hit Halloween and Thanksgiving right on the money.
Thursdays, they're a great day.
Apparently. But also we kind of thought maybe you don't want to listen to us while you're also preparing a turkey and also 50 of your family members are directly in your face.
Yeah, we want you to focus on the words that we say.
Because we are meaningful and important.
We're very meaningful. And aren't you thankful for us?
Aren't you? So we are posting this one day early.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps you'll listen to this
while you're making your side dishes.
Yeah, or while you're thawing a turkey. Oh, while you're panicking because you didn't thaw the turkey.
And then you decided instead of turkey, you're going to have spaghetti. And where's the wine, gosh dang it?
Funny story. So Bree and I both used to do grocery delivery shopping.
Oh, yeah.
For a hot minute there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I was doing it right before the holidays. And this woman ordered, it was probably like 2 days before Thanksgiving, right? And this woman ordered a fully frozen turkey. like a 20-pound fully frozen turkey. And so I messaged her and I was like, hey, so, I don't know if you need this for later or what, but I just wanted to let you know that turkeys do take a really, really long time to thaw.
There's all kinds of stuff all over Facebook, Instagram, like, here's when you pull your turkeys out if they're this weight.
Right. And she was like, oh my gosh, I had no idea. And they do have fresh turkeys that are not frozen. So I was like, I can totally get you one of those. It's a little more expensive, but no big deal.
But you'll have it.
But you'll have it. And I was just so proud of myself. I was like, I have saved their Thanksgiving.
I literally would not have done that. I've been like, you're going to get frozen turkey because it's more convenient for me. Goodbye.
She tipped me really well. So anyway, so Thanksgiving is totally my favorite holiday though.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it's a good one.
It is. Potatoes are great. The turkey is good. I love turkey. I know not everybody does.
Yeah. It's not my favorite, but I like to mess with my uncle about it.
Brie, I think you need to tell this story because it's actually a fantastic story.
I think there's a good possibility that we've told this before, but almost every Thanksgiving, we always go over to my aunt and uncle's house. Our aunt and uncle's house. We share the same aunt and uncle.
We do.
And my aunt is slaving away in the kitchen. She's doing the work. She's making the potatoes. She's checking on the turkey. She's doing all the things. And my uncle, when it comes time for the turkey to be cut, he will cut the turkey. And everyone will say, oh, I won't say his name. Let's call him Billy Bob Thornton. Billy Bob. What a wonderful turkey. What a wonderful turkey. And so I messed with him a few years ago. I'm like,
it's like a running joke now.
Billy Bob. You did a great job on this turkey.
It's a good running gig.
Good, a wholesome gig.
Yeah.
That's the same uncle that I yelled at from lack of sleep. We always go Black Friday shopping. And if you don't know what Black Friday shopping is, it's the day after Thanksgiving and everything's on sale. And it used to be the stores would open really early and you would get special little things. Like JCPenney used to give away snow globes or...
They might still.
I don't think they do.
No?
Now it's kind of like there's deals going on all the time.
Right.
But we go every Friday after Thanksgiving and it's just a good time of like togetherness. Usually the cousins will go. It used to be our aunts and mother...
cough, 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 cough.
Would go, but they no longer do because they say, oh, we're so old and our knees don't work and our joints. But it's just a good time to be together. And one year we decided to stay up all night long rather than go to sleep because we're a bunch of idiots.
Yeah, that was a bad time.
And I don't think I was old enough to be able to mentally handle that. You know?
Are you now?
No. We stayed up all night long. We went shopping for hours and hours in the cold because we live in Michigan. And then I, out of sleep deprivation, yelled at my uncle.
When he was just trying to tell you, like, hey, we got dinner ready for you.
He was like, Brianna, dinner's ready. I'm like, I want to kill you.
Sorry, Uncle Billy Bob Thornton.
I'm sure you're listening.
I think I got sick that year too. It was just, there's a very short period in your life where staying up all night is okay on your body, and it's about 18 to 19 and a half, and that's it.
And that's it. It might be 18 and a half because now if I don't get enough sleep, I feel completely hungover. I feel like I've been hit by a truck. My mind doesn't work. My body doesn't work.
Yeah.
My soul is dead.
And we're not talking 8 hours. I'm talking like a solid 9.5 to 10 hours. Like, I need lots and lots of sleep.
Like, people laugh at me because I'm a certain age. And I, in an ideal world, would be in bed at 7:30.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I'm asleep.
No, you're
But I
doing
like
stuff.
to wind down. Yeah. You know, I'm reading a book right now.
Right now.
Or I'm, scrolling the interwebs.
You're really
like a
scrolling
little
through
troll.
TikTok 99% of the time.
Yeah.
But we do the same thing because our kids, and I feel like we've talked about this, but our kids, my kids, not Bree's and my kids.
No, we do not share children.
We do not share children. Although, I think the people that Cheese Lady maybe thought we did.
Yeah, they were concerned.
But my kids go to bed, my son goes to bed at 7, my daughter goes to bed at 8, and Nathan and I just stay in bed. Like, we would turn on the TV, we play on our phones, we talk, we hang out, whatever. And it's so much more pleasant than being downstairs in the living room.
It's just like, I love my bed.
I love my bed also.
I don't really want to ever leave it.
Yeah.
But anyways, speaking of loving your bed, what else are you thankful for? Because that's what we're talking about today. Thankfulness and gratitude.
We are thankful for our beds.
We're really thankful for our beds. For pillows, for blankets, for warmth.
I'm thankful that I can get through an episode without coughing up a lung.
Well, hallelujah for that.
I know I've cut out a lot of coughing, but I'm sure you guys have heard a couple of them that I couldn't get out. But there have been a couple episodes I barely made it through because I had the plague.
Yeah, and it's annoying, honestly. I wish your lungs would just work.
Me too. So I'm thankful for that, but I'm also praying for wellness because my daughter is not feeling great right now and my son is coughing, so I'm hoping for not also getting whatever they have.
I might just come home with face masks tomorrow.
That might be wise.
Yeah, I'm not messing around.
No.
I don't want to be sick ever.
Not
again
for the
in my
holidays.
life.
It's a bad. And never again in your life?
Yeah, that's
wow.
cool.
Bold.
And then when it comes time for me to die, I hope I just go to sleep and wake up in heaven.
Isn't that what everybody hopes for?
I don't know. It depends.
I don't think there's a lot of people out there. I'm hoping for a violent death.
Maybe they are.
But thankfulness.
Thankfulness and gratitude. I'm thankful that we live in a world where there is a heaven.
I'll be fully honest with you. I'm struggling a little bit with the thankfulness and gratitude in this season of my life.
Oh, get this. So I was at work. Was it the week before? Election week. So it was the day after the election, and every morning at work we have a morning meeting, and rather than having our regular morning meeting where we go over the schedule for the day and what needs to be done, yada yada yada, my boss was like, let's talk about gratitude, because when I'm feeling a certain way, I like to really lean into what I'm thankful for. So we had to all go up to a whiteboard and write down what we were thankful for. Also, I couldn't think of anything. I couldn't think of a single thing. I was like, I'm not thankful, I'm mad, I'm upset.
I think it's really tough because emotions are really big. And we talked in the last episode, we discussed, that this year in particular, this season in particular is really difficult because you're getting together with family. There's so much going on in the world and tension is high.
Yeah.
And so it definitely can be difficult to focus on that. And I mean, I want to validate that that's normal and fine.
Yeah.
But also, I think there is, it's a little bit maybe misguided when everyone is ragey to be like, let's be thankful together. But also, I do think it can be a positive to learn to lean into the gratitude.
It is. Speaking of which, I did some research, And gratitude and thankfulness, constantly having that in your life is actually really good for you. I know that's a wild statement.
Wild.
But spending time each day, like meditating on thankfulness and gratitude and what's going right, actually scientifically is better for your overall health. And we can get into that in a minute. But it reminds me of that song from White Christmas. Count your blessings.
Oh boy.
You want me to break out into song?
I would love if you did.
You know what? I don't want to right now. But if you want to look it up, it's Bill Bing. Nope.
Bing. It's Bing.
It's Bing. Who names their kid Bing? And I'm not even talking about Friends. Bing Crosby and Rosemary Clooney.
Mm-hmm. One of my probably all-time favorite movies.
It's so good.
My husband hates it. Passionately hates that movie.
When I was in college, our rooms were suited, so we had like 2 girls in a room and then a bathroom in between us, and then me and another girl in a room. And me and one of my suite mates loved White Christmas. We forced all of our friends to sit down and watch White Christmas. We were all sitting on my bunk bed, and 2 of us stayed up and watched the whole thing and loved it, and the other 2 fell asleep.
That's really upsetting.
Really rude.
Yeah, quite.
I sang the whole thing.
Obviously.
And then I cried.
No one is surprised by any of that.
I love White Christmas. I'm thankful for White Christmas.
Good to know.
But yeah, going into the holiday season, I think it's important to recognize that not everybody is going into like a time of happiness and joy.
Right.
There are people who are struggling with their family members right now, or maybe they don't feel like they have a close relationship with their family. Maybe they don't have family. And in our last episode, we did talk about what family means and setting healthy boundaries, and how family doesn't always mean people that, you know, you're genetically related to.
Right.
But it's important also to be able to sit down and say, I'm thankful. And even if you can just pull out like, I'm thankful that we have a God that loves us. I'm thankful that we had Jesus that died on the cross. I'm thankful that when I die, I'm going to heaven.
Right.
I'm thankful that I'm not in hell.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Yeah. Even if you can just grasp at those things, I think just meditate on those things and spend some time each day. Like you have your yoga class.
I love my yoga class.
Like how they focus on breathing in yoga, you can also focus on thankfulness and gratitude in your life.
Yeah, I think particularly between the November-December time, we're so busy. It's just absolute chaos. Because you've got to go here and there and do this shopping, but you're also working, but you also have to pick the kids up from school, and you also have to do this, and there's 1,000
and there's different
things.
like parties, and there's different recitals.
Yeah,
and
the house has to get cleaned because 40 people are coming over and whatever. And it is really difficult to stay mindful in those seasons. It's really difficult to stop and have a moment because you've got a list of 75 things that have to get done today.
Yeah.
But what I've noticed with myself is that it's not that I don't have any time. Now, I'm a very busy person, okay? Like, my life is chaos. You should see my Google Calendar. But even within that, it's not that I don't have any moments. I absolutely do. I have 20 minutes here. I have 5 minutes there. I have 10 minutes between this and this. But I choose to spend them on my phone. I choose to spend them shopping. I choose to spend them whatever, in whatever way that may be silly. And, you know, some of these things are important, but some of them are not the most important things. And I could take one of those segments, just one of them, and sit and think, okay, well, we're all healthy.
Yeah.
I have enough this season. You know, I can be thankful that God loves me this season, whatever it is, just to take that time and be intentional with it instead of time killing, I guess.
I found that I am kind of a selfish person. I know this is shocking.
Oh, what?
Shut up.
I'm astounded.
Shut up. But like I don't work from home. I drive. It's not far. It's like 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So I have 40 minutes in my day, 20 minutes there, 20 minutes back, that I could probably be productive with something. I could be researching for the podcast by listening to another podcast, or I could be spending 20 minutes in prayer, or listening to some worship music, or spending time being thankful. But I'm selfish. And I don't like to give up that time. And sometimes, especially if I'm like on my way to work, I don't want to spend more time doing work.
Right. I think part of that is the mindset that we see these things in. Because there was a time in my life, maybe about a year ago, where I was listening to tons of sermons. Mm-hmm. And it wasn't necessarily for research for the podcast because it was a little before that. Mm-hmm. It was just, I had a therapist at the time that would say like, oh, I listened to this one this week and I thought about you. I thought you might really like it. And so I'd listen to that one or whatever. And when I first started, it was difficult to make myself do it because it does feel like work. It feels like I'm giving up my time.
Exactly. Selfish.
But I think once you give yourself license to just say, all right, today this is what we're doing. Mm-hmm. Alyssa, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I don't care what you think.
And keeping promises to yourself, I think is really important. I do struggle with that. I think my nature is to, if I tell someone else that I'm going to do it, I'm going to follow through with it because now there's someone else holding me accountable. Right. But also if it's for someone else, I will follow through with it. But if it's just me making a promise to myself, I suck.
Yeah. Oh, me too.
I suck at that.
Yeah. But I think part of it is if you can get started, it's not actually work.
And you feel so much better after you follow through with, yes, I'm going to spend 20 minutes being grateful. Right. Even if I was like, I'm going to spend 10 of those minutes being grateful and spending some time in gratitude or prayer or whatever it is, I would feel so much better.
And it is, at the end of the day, we don't think about it as this is for you. But it is. Really, I mean, you've looked at some of the research and it would benefit you. It would be something great for you.
Yeah. Something that I wanted to talk about, one of my talking points was God doesn't need our gratitude. He doesn't need our thanks. He does not need our gratitude. But he tells us to be thankful. He tells us to be grateful. In Psalms 136, he tells us 12 times. Wow. Just in that one chapter. Give thanks. Give thanks. Does he need it? No. He's God. He's got this. He knows. He can look in the mirror and say, I'm great. But it's for us. Right. Because scientifically, spending time in gratitude and thankfulness is better for your overall health. Let me get into that for you.
Oh, I would love that.
Would you like me to dig into my little research?
I'm so prepared.
The University of Minnesota.
Ah, Minnesota. My favorite place.
Actually, it's not my favorite place because the car in front of me today was from Minnesota in Starbucks. And he absolutely took forever. So Minnesota, I got beef with you. But if you know anybody from Minnesota that wants to listen to this podcast, please share it with them. Sorry, I don't hate all Minnesotans. Just that one.
The one guy.
But the University of Minnesota said prayer inhibits the release of cortisol and other hormones, reducing the negative impact of stress on the immune system and promoting overall healing. Which, I'm telling you what, I'm stressed.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody else deals, well, that's a really stupid statement. Everybody deals with stress. But how your body reacts to stress.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Do you guys know how many gray hairs are on my head? There are so many gray hairs on my head.
I think it's, yeah, in the world we live in today, I think of, there's a Rascal Flatts song. And
Is it Miss Mayberry?
It is. Because you made me listen to it the other day. Yes.
Oh, you're welcome.
And, okay, now I'm not in any small way advocating for a return to the 1950s. I just want to put that right out there. However,
yeah,
this song, it talks about, it's referencing Andy Griffith, which is like a old...
I'm done.
Thank you. Which is an older show. I don't know what era that's from, actually. We watched it as kids.
Probably 50s, 60s.
So I'm not advocating for a return to that. But this Rascal Flatts song is talking about that era. And it says something about naturally we have more natural disasters from the strain of a fast pace. And I don't necessarily think of that as the world has more natural disasters. But I, as a human being, have more natural disasters.
Yeah.
Because of the strain of going so fast, of having to accomplish so much. Of never taking a moment to sit and be thankful, to sit and realize what I have in my life.
He says, sitting on the porch swing, people pass by and you call them I'm done. But yeah, just a slower paced life. And I think that not all countries and cultures are like ours, in that we really, really celebrate progress.
I would say we really celebrate stress.
We celebrate stress, and if you're not multitasking, you're not living.
Right.
Even though you can't multitask.
Well, I think about being a mom, for instance, the competition amongst moms. Who is the most stressed out? It's absolutely absurd. It's like you'll stand there and talk to a mom and you're like, well, yeah, I work and I have kids. And also they're in 45 sports. And also they're doing this. And also I have to drive them to this and blah, blah, blah. And then the next mom gives you her list of this is what I have to do. And it's like a competition between the two of you. Like who's more busy, who's more stressed.
And I think for me at work, it's almost nicer to let everybody know all the things that you have going on. Because then someone's not going to put another thing on your plate.
Yeah, that's very true.
So it's kind of like a game of avoidance. Don't mess with me because I'm so busy that I can't. It's also an excuse not to get things done as well. Like I had 75,000 things on my plate. I just forgot about this one.
Right. Yeah, I guess until we've sat here and talked about this, I never really thought about the fact that here in the United States, and obviously not all of you are here, but maybe this is applicable to your cultures as well. Here in the United States, we worship stress.
Yeah.
We really do. It's like
I'm tired of it.
a pride issue. And that leads to, I mean, Brie has many gray hairs.
Literally so many.
So many.
And I'm only years old.
And on a serious personal note, like I deal with panic attacks. I deal with a lot of anxiety. And everybody reacts to those things differently.
Yeah.
But what would it look like? How would it change things? And I'm not saying that if you don't, or if you suffer from panic attacks and things like that, you shouldn't also see a therapist, shouldn't also see your doctor. But how could it improve things if alongside of those other tools and resources, we also took a moment to be thankful?
Well, you were saying just, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, but spending time reading, because Alyssa and I have both been reading lately.
Yay for us.
For me, it's just to spend some time away from my phone because honestly, social media and all of the stress that's going on right now from that is just too much. So spending time reading a book has reduced your stress a little bit.
It's huge, actually. I was thinking about this, and I did not deal with the same anxiety levels when I was younger as I do now. And part of that is just not having, when you're a kid, you don't have the same kinds of stress.
Not really paying bills or having other lives to worry about.
Right. Not to say that kids aren't dealing with a lot of that now, but it just was not the same for me. But when I was a kid, I read like you would not believe.
It was obnoxious because we shared a room.
Like I would come home from school, and if I didn't have any homework or once I finished my homework or whatever, I had a pink bean bag. And I would plop my butt in the pink bean bag and I would read, and I would not stop reading.
I was not a reader. I was turning on the CD player and I was dancing in front of the mirror, pretending that I was the main event.
Which was very annoying for me, sitting in the corner reading out of my pink bean bag. So it turns out we were not the best of the roommates as children. Pretty good now, though.
Yeah.
That's
we have separate rooms.
We do. But we're in the same house. Yeah. But it's been very helpful. And I do wonder if maybe when I was younger, part of why I didn't deal with the same levels of anxiety is because I read as much as I did. And now I probably haven't read a whole book other than research-based books in the last probably 5 or 6 years.
Yeah. A book just to read a book, just because you enjoy it.
Yeah. And I've definitely read, we've talked through books by Beth Allison Barr, things like that. And I've read those, and they're great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But they're not stress-reducing books.
They're books that are making you think.
Right.
And that are going to help with the podcast or research or whatever it is. It's not just to escape.
Right.
And sometimes, girl, you just need to escape.
Sometimes you do. And to put down the phone, that's a huge thing for me as we're going into seasons of stress and dealing with all of that. I cannot right now open TikTok.
Yeah.
Because my algorithm's kind of funky, and it is the most depressing place I've ever seen.
It's depressing. It's full of these like conspiracy theories for me, and my heart just can't take it right now. I can't do anything to change it.
Right.
Like the most that we're doing to change things is right here talking right now on a podcast, but I can't handle it right now. So yeah, just take a step back. throw that phone across the room. Like, get it out.
Well, we talked about in our last episode about protecting your peace. And I think it's hard to be thankful or grateful if you don't have any level of peace. Now, I'm not saying you're going to be the most peaceful person in the world. I most assuredly am not. But if you're allowing the stress of things that don't necessarily impact your moment right now, like watching TikTok, and I'm not saying that some of those things are not impactful, but just watching the TikTok over and over and immersing yourself in all of that stress, it's really hard to dig yourself back out of that to be grateful in your life.
I was talking to a friend a couple of days ago who is dealing with a little bit of anxiety with her family, and, you know, not even directly her related, her brother related. And I was like, is there anything that you can do personally right now that will change the situation? No. Can you control any of it? No. So as hard as it is, practice a little bit of just letting go, because there's nothing you can do. Even if you care so much about that person, there's nothing that you can do.
Right.
So
I dealt with a lot of stress right after I had both of my kids, actually, but this was particularly after I had my daughter. And I remember sitting in my therapist's office and absolutely sobbing because I said, my brother and sister have all these student loans and I feel responsible for paying them off. Like, I feel responsible for taking care of that. And she looked at me like I had grown 4 heads. Not 2, 4, okay? And she goes, why do you feel responsible for that? And it's so silly. But in my brain, I'm the oldest. I'm supposed to take care of the 2 of you. And I think a lot of us feel that way about someone in our lives.
Yeah.
I'm supposed to take care of my daughter, my sibling, my son, my husband, my wife, my friend, whoever, you know, fill in the blank.
Wife.
I have 12.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
You should move to Utah.
Whoever it is, fill in the blank. We all feel that need to take care of someone, as your friend did with her brother. And when those someones are going through stress and struggle and whatever, when you feel responsible for someone, it just seeps in. It seeps into your bones. When they're stressed out, suddenly you're also stressed out.
Especially if I know the world talks about empaths a lot these days. An empath truly narrows in on the person dealing with the most stress or the most anxiety in the room and feels what they're feeling.
Yes.
And wants to make it better.
Yep.
And I think especially women deal with that.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah. And again, last week we also talked about boundaries and what you have to put up to protect yourself. And sometimes that means putting up healthy boundaries, even with people that are not unhealthy people in your life. People that are positive in your life. But if you feel yourself feeding off of their stress and anxiety, it's okay to put a boundary up. Not to say, I don't love you, I don't care about you, I don't want to hear about what's going on in your life, but I'm not going to feel what you're feeling.
They say that you become a product of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So be careful who you spend the most time with.
Yeah.
If you find that you're spending the most time with really negative people, you're going to be a negative person.
Yeah.
So if you would like to change that, find the people that are positive or that talk about goals or peacefulness or whatever that is for you that you want to become more of. Find the people that do that.
And that's not to say that you can't walk with someone through their struggles.
Absolutely. And you should.
And you absolutely should. But if your 5 people are constantly negative, are constantly stressed without working towards betterment, you know, you have to at the very least put up those boundaries to say, I love you, I want to support you, but I have to support you from a little bit of a distance.
Or if you want to become a reader, surround yourself with readers. If you want to become a runner,
what if I want to become a billionaire?
Run. It's bad for your knees. Find some billionaires.
Oh, but they all are terrible.
Yeah, generally.
Except for, I think Taylor Swift is a billionaire. We could surround ourselves with her.
I don't know that she'll talk to us.
Yeah, probably not. But, you know, maybe.
But maybe. We could definitely reach out.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure that would work.
We could tag her in the comments.
Sure. That I'm sure she doesn't get tagged very often.
No. Not her. She's not that popular.
No. We haven't actually mentioned Taylor Swift in a while. That's for your bingo board.
That's for your bingo board, ladies and germs. I don't believe in germs. Such a brat. Spending time in gratitude and prayer also releases oxytocin, which enables social trust and attachment. So, if you're not spending time in a lot of gratitude or thankfulness, you might not have as close relationships with people.
That makes total sense. If you think about when you're particularly anxious, you do tend to withdraw.
Yeah, isolate yourself.
Yep.
For sure.
And I mean, if oxytocin is helping you create that feeling of bonding,
Closeness, yeah.
It follows that you would then be able to trust more people, that you would then seek out more close relationships.
I also think the more you practice being thankful in your life, the easier it gets to recognize things that you're thankful for.
Yeah.
So for me, like when we were going to write on a whiteboard what we were thankful for, and I couldn't think of a single freaking thing. I think we all wrote the same things. We were like family, faith. I wrote laughter.
Pixie dust.
Yes, I should have written that.
I made that joke like 2 episodes ago.
Faith, trust, pixie dust, and Disney. I should have wrote that.
You should have.
See, now I can, like, I'm thankful for so many things now.
Disney in particular.
Yeah, just exclusively Disney, honestly. Spending time in gratitude, meditating on your thankfulness also helps with better sleep.
Ooh.
Ooh. Get that? It lowers your blood pressure. It increases your energy.
I think we just don't realize that our mental health, because in generations past, mental health has not been as focused on or given as much credit as it should have been given. And we don't realize how much of our physical bodies are impacted based on what we focus our lives on.
So if you're really stressed out, like my reactions to stress are not good. It's not just gray hairs, but I can't sleep through the night. I have really terrible dreams. I have stomach issues. It affects every part of me when I'm stressed out. And I can really identify those times in my life where I've really, really struggled with it. I get nosebleeds. I get migraines sometimes. And I don't get either of those things very often. So.
I think part of it, too, is being able to identify those things and say to yourself, okay, I see myself doing X, Y, Z. I see my body doing this. And I know that that's a stress response.
Yep.
So when I see my body doing that, what else can I do? Can I stop? Can I take a breath?
Yep.
Can I list 10 things I'm thankful for? Can I watch White Christmas and listen to the song about thankfulness and ask if I'm also thankful for those things too?
And give yourself permission for them to be silly things. It doesn't have to be this huge, like, world peace.
Well, we don't have that, so we can't be thankful for it.
But you can be thankful for the cold bottle of wine in your fridge. You can be thankful for good cheese. You can also be thankful for, family. That's a bigger one. But you can also be thankful for brand new pillows on your bed.
Yeah, all of those things. You're right. When we think of gratitude and thankfulness, there's things you're supposed to say.
Oh, yeah. Faith, family, trust, pixie dust.
Yes. And it's not that those aren't all valid. They absolutely are. But maybe it's just little things.
Little things add up to big things.
And maybe the little things are what keep you going.
Yep. Iced coffee.
Iced coffee.
Iced coffee.
I will tell you, and I get made fun of so bad for my coffee, okay? Because I go to Starbucks every morning in my life. The Starbucks baristas, they know who I am. If you have not been listening prior to this episode, they know my name. I don't even have to tell them it's me. They look at me on the camera. They're like, hey, Alyssa, here's your coffee.
I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm not going to judge you for that. I'm not going to judge you for that.
You
I'm
good?
Judging a little bit.
And also, I really don't drink, like, I get a venti iced coffee, and I don't drink that much of it, but I still get a venti because I like
the proportions.
In the coffee. And I get made fun of a lot for it. But sincerely, it's a little thing, and it gets me up in the morning. Like, it makes me feel like, oh, okay, I can handle today. I'm thankful for this one thing.
Hey, gratitude can also aid to neuroplasticity, which that's a big word for me, even though I'm in the medical field, which alters your brain's ability to adapt and change its response to circumstances. So adapt to change. That's why you need your coffee.
That's why I need my coffee.
Neuroplasticity. Whoever judges her for going to Starbucks, just know.
You judge me. You just said you judge me.
I didn't say that. I don't recall that. Rewind the tapes. Show me where.
I will do it. I
Don't
will. I think, yeah, if we could look at the tiniest of things, the tiniest, silliest of things.
What's keeping you going throughout the day? Like, for me, at the end of the day, it's my glass of cheap wine. And it's reading through my 8 books that I recently bought.
Well, it can't just be the big things, because if it's just the big things and there's only 2 or 3 of them, my house, my family, my faith, my whatever, it feels like if you spend your whole life just to get to your vacations, right?
Yes.
If you spend your whole life just to get to for us, it's
Disney.
so many Disney trips. But we only go maybe every other year. Unless my husband gets involved, and that's a whole different story. But I can't spend my whole life waiting for that.
90% of your life is spent waiting.
Yeah.
So don't let 90% of your life be spent not being thankful for what's going on around you.
Or what happens when one of those things falls apart? Let's say you get into a fight with your husband, or your kids are doing terrible in school, or whatever.
I'm picturing that if any of you have seen Inside Out, where they have the different islands. So they have Family Island and they have Funny Island, or whatever they are. And when she's going through, no, she's not going through puberty. What is she doing? Oh, in the first one, she moved. So her family island gets fractured, and then she forgets who she is.
Right.
Like, you need to have more that you're thankful about in life than exclusively family.
Yeah.
You can definitely be grateful for family, but you're right. What if you get in a fight?
Right.
What if someone dies?
Right.
Everybody dies. There's only one way out of this world. Unless you're that one guy who went up in a chariot.
Elisha, I believe. Our pastor talked about that this morning.
Am I? Maybe, because I didn't go. Psychic?
Maybe. He talked about it. He said, we're all going the same, like, we're all getting out of here the same way.
Yeah.
And then he was a little depressing from there for a little while, but that's not the point. And I think it's hard because I recognize that we are in a privileged position that, like, I can go to Starbucks and not everyone can. But there have been massive times in my life, like huge portions of my adult life, where that has certainly not been an option, where we have not just struggled financially, but I don't know how to describe it other than been way under the poverty line, like just really not okay. And so I remember people being like, well, be thankful for what you have. You know, you have a roof over your head, whatever. It's a little hard to be thankful for the roof over your head when it's a terrible apartment infested with bugs and your neighbors are doing real
Drug
sketchy
dealers.
stuff. Yeah. The one thing that I could hold on to, and this is the silliest thing, was taking a shower. My apartment complex paid for the, I think, electricity and gas in that apartment. It was a long time ago. And so I had unlimited hot water, and I didn't have to worry about the cost of it, and I didn't have to worry about it running out because it's a massive hot water tank for the whole building, right?
Yeah.
And I could take an hour-long hot shower. And that was it. That was what I was thankful for. That was what I could hold on to. So even if it's the silliest, weirdest little thing, whatever, maybe you got a pair of fuzzy socks for Christmas or something like that, and that is very comforting to you. Maybe you found a new show that you love. Whatever, like the silliest, goofiest things. If that can be what you hold on to get you through one day to the next day to the next day, and then maybe the next day is a little bit of a bigger thing. Hold on to those.
Find the little bits of joy in your life and focus on those, because there's so much in the world that is negative and that you could spend your entire life focusing on. But what are the good little bits?
Right. And I think, you know, as Christians, as people who grew up in the Baptist church, there's a lot of negativity often thrown at you.
Well, they say from the pulpit, like, if you're a Christian, you were born to suffer. and be grateful for it because Jesus suffered and so will you, but you'll end up in heaven. So good.
There is a song we sang in church today, and I think this song is absolutely hilarious because it says something about Jesus hanging on the cross.
If the cross brings transformation,
then you can hang me there with you.
Mm-hmm.
And something about like, if I join you in your suffering, then I'll join you when you rise.
It's
whatever.
called Christ Be Magnified.
Yeah.
I really like that song.
It's
actually.
a great song. Mm-hmm. But I think it's funny because we sing it and we're like, oh, you can hang me on the cross with you.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, people.
Hang on.
All you Christians out there, let's take 25 steps back. Yeah. You would not jump on the cross with Jesus. You wouldn't do it. But that my point is, we as Christians, we expect all this suffering and whatever. And I'm not saying that there's not an aspect of that for Christians. There's an aspect of that for everyone.
I think just life in general, humanity.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just Christians. Life is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Life is hard and then you die.
Wow.
And that's the truth.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
we'll
Thanksgiving.
See you next
Are you
week.
thankful for that? But what's keeping you going?
Right. And just because you're someone of faith, just because you're a Christian, does not mean that God called you to perpetual suffering.
Mm-hmm.
Let's remember that you look at these people's lives. I think of like Ruth, for instance, and her story in the Bible. She suffered, okay? She had a rough time. Her husband died.
That changed her name to...
No, that was her mother-in-law.
Oh, yeah. Her mother-in-law changed her name to, like, having a bad time.
I don't think that was quite it, but it was her mother-in-law, yes. So Ruth had a rough time. Her husband died. I believe her brother-in-law died. Her mother-in-law was going to move back to her hometown, and Ruth was like, nah, I'll come with you. Whatever. They're suffering, right? They are impoverished. They have no hope. This is life. Life sucks. But God doesn't leave her there.
Yeah.
God didn't leave her there. He gave her a way out. Now, this story is a little weird, okay? If you ever read the book of Ruth, it's a little weird. But essentially, she ends up marrying Boaz, a very wealthy landowner. He ends up kind of being like her kinsman redeemer, which is a whole separate thing. I know that sounds very like Christianese, but I would recommend reading the book. It's very short and it's a good story. But the point is, as Christians, we're taught to expect suffering. We're taught to be thankful for everything God gave you, but also your life is going to suck. But be really thankful, but it's the worst, but whatever. God doesn't leave you in your suffering. He didn't, and actually we talked about this in church today as well. He didn't bring you to where you are to ditch you. Wherever you are, if it's poverty, if it's relationship issues, if it's current cultural issues, if it's whatever it is. And I think of our podcast too. He didn't bring us here to say, see you bye.
You might be climbing up a mountain right now.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to discredit your mountain. I don't know what that mountain is, but I bet you're climbing it. And I bet it's not easy because hiking sucks. But eventually, it's going to plateau. And there might be another mountain down the road, but God got you through the first one. He's going to get you through the second one.
Right.
And then pretty soon you're going to look down and see how far you came.
Right.
And it's going to be incredible.
But while you're on your way up, don't just live for getting to the top.
Look at the trees. Look at the birds and the bees. Look at the poison ivy that might be creeping up your leg.
Maybe don't look at the birds and the bees. Maybe leave that one be. As you're going on your, whatever the journey is, be thankful for everything that you can. And I really sincerely, deeply, I wish I could explain to you how deeply I know how hard it is to hear that and how much it sounds like crap when somebody else is doing better than you're doing. It sounds so hypocritical.
Hard. And I think especially in the churches that I grew up in, it was all about looks. Yeah. It didn't actually matter how well you were actually doing, like your heart, your soul. That didn't matter. But what car were you driving?
Right.
What house did you live in? what vacation did you go on? Like, it was all outward appearances.
And when those people tell you to be thankful,
Yeah.
when you're struggling just to buy groceries,
Yeah.
when you can't go to the doctor because you don't know what that cost is going to be and you can't handle it.
Yeah.
I know that it sounds hypocritical because you guys don't know me really. You don't know Brie really. So it doesn't sound easy to take from us. But if you can find the tiniest thing.
What's your hot shower?
Yeah. I got a new... I used to be thankful for this. I could afford a new jar of peanut butter and I didn't have to scrape the tiniest bits out of the last one. Or, hey, at least the rent is paid for the month. Whatever it is, whatever the tiny thing is, it doesn't have to be the biggest thing in the world. And you don't have to wait to be thankful until you can take 45 vacations and buy the fanciest car and live in the 40,000 square foot house. That seems like too large of a house.
What's house? That is a that's a warehouse. What's a
reasonable sized mansion? 7,000 square foot house. Okay. Think of a mansion. Whatever square footage comes to mind. You don't have to wait until you hit those points is what I'm saying.
For me, one of the things that I just like could breathe for a second is when after like 5 years, I didn't feel like I had to be looking for another job. Now, I've been at the same job for 8 years. I just kept refusing to leave.
It's very true.
Just to be able to be like, oh, I can just sit still for a minute and not have to worry.
Yep.
Like security in any way, shape, or form. Yes, that's a good thing to be thankful for. I'm also thankful for my airy shirt.
Hey, it's a good shirt.
I have a few. I need to stop. I'm thankful for this sweatshirt I got today.
Yeah, we went to a craft show today and Brie got a pretty spectacular sweatshirt.
Yeah, it says, what does it say?
First of all, I'm a delight.
I
think you guys probably heard about it in the last episode also, but now you get to hear about it again because it's the same day for us.
It has a big angry possum on it.
It is quite angry.
It is.
Here's the thing, though, about possums. This is very off topic, boys and girls.
Possums are great.
Possums are really nice. They hiss at you because they're scared, but that's all they usually all they're going to do. They're not going to bite you. Now,
They might play dead.
I'm not advocating going and grabbing the possum.
But I do watch a guy on TikTok that does.
Don't sue me. But they probably will just play dead. And also, they eat ticks. They eat like an insane amount of ticks.
And they don't carry diseases.
So next time you see a possum, thank it, and then maybe run away because you're still a little spooky.
They're still a little spooky, and usually they're dead in the road. So why are you in the road? Get out!
It's that time of year, isn't it? It's that time of year
when the possums are out. We gotta go.
We do. All right, we're gonna end this one a little bit early. I hope this can help you find a couple of moments of gratefulness.
Yeah, especially maybe I could think of 7 right now. Get ready.
I'm ready.
Buckle up. Potatoes, stuffing, corn, turkey, cheese.
That's 5.
Pie, and also the wine in a Yeti that I might be bringing.
If any of our family's listening, stop.
I'm gonna trick them. I'm gonna bring a Stanley instead.
I hope that the next few days can be a little bit peaceful for you. I hope that we have been able to help you out a little bit in that. So next week we're gonna kind of start our December getting ready for Christmas. I'm not gonna call it a series, but set of episodes.
Yeah, Christmassy themed.
Yeah.
Episodes. And this next one will be on joy.
Yeah. So we're going to kind of talk about what that looks like. Here we've talked about thankfulness, and I think that leads really beautifully into joy and happiness and what that looks like for us as Christian women, for
anybody that's going into the holiday season, like we just said, a little bit stressed, a little bit not happy, because I'll be honest with you, Christmas is kind of melancholy for me.
It can be, for sure. I love the Christmas season, but it's difficult. It's stressful. And so how do you hold your peace? How do you hold your thankfulness? And how do you hold your joy?
Oh, You need another hand.
And then after that, we're going to start a mini series on Mary, the mother of Jesus, who I think in the Catholic faith, she gets focused on a lot, but
I heard in the Catholic faith, they call her Big M.
I'm sure that they do. As they count the rosary beads. But I think in Christianity, she doesn't. We hear about her maybe right around this time of year once.
And that's it.
And it's just her birth story, and that's about it. So I would love to talk a little bit more about her, make her into a real person like we've done with a few other of the female characters in the Bible. So join us for those. We would love to see you, hear you. We can't do either of those things. We'd love for you to see and hear us. Nope. Hear us. Hear us.
Just hear us.
It's a podcast, guys.
And follow us on our social medias, because then you may be able to see us.
That's true.
And also, if you know anybody from Minnesota, tell them I said sorry.
And also they should listen to the podcast.
Yeah.
All right. Have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. Let us know on our Instagram or TikTok what you had to eat, if you were able to stay thankful, and
what you were thankful for.
Yeah, any stories that you would love to share with us.
What's your hot shower?
That sounded dirty. Okay. Happy Thanksgiving. Love you. Bye.
I love you.